Alright, so this is Code Nion here to talk to you about the flow. And you have to have the flow when you're gloving, because flow is everything to a glover. If you get all into, some transition that you've been working on, and then you're like, oh no. And you just give up because you get all like psyched out about it. You gotta keep the flow going with the music. Remember, musicality is one of the main parts about being a glover in general. So you kind of have to go with the music. When in doubt, look to the music is all I have to say. And if you're not gloving with music, then there's already something wrong with your performance in general. So, when I'm flowing, I try and think about, just the mood of what I'm trying to get across with that show, and I never forget about that, no matter who I'm gloving for. And sometimes I get psyched out because of who I'm gloving for, and I'm not thinking about my flow. And that's something you always gotta remember, is your flow is more important than anything else, okay? So you just be getting down in your flow just like it's the only thing that fucking matters in the entire universe. Alright? And, you're gonna have people that don't seem that interested too, and ultimately I look into the person I'm gloving for emotion and for a reaction. But if the person is gonna, is all judgmental of you or whatever, you can't base your whole show off of their emotional reflection, okay? Because that's gonna lead you in the wrong way, definitely. So you have to know how to just feel it and how to just get into that without, thinking about what they're thinking, And that's another thing about, I get camera shy sometimes too, and I'll just be like, oh, I need to do that move, and I'm just all in the wrong part of the flow for that move, and I'll just end up fucking it up trying to get to there, But that's one of the things you have to worry about, is just always having that flow without, basing too much off, your audience, okay? And then another part of that to me also means just how well you transition from one move to another, You always want to have, and I call them pivoting points. Just any point on your fingers or anything that you can turn into part of your flow, literally, you know what I'm saying? So always be messing with different parts of your body, and see tutting stuff, they do that, or I seen one guy pull the finger thing, and I've been using that a lot myself, honestly. It's like a guy walking down your arm. Just something about that, you can do so much with it, You just have to think about different ways to incorporate, different ways that you can move, because the lights are about movement. If they just sat there the whole time, it wouldn't be that interesting, which is why when you go to shows, they got the beams and all that greatness, okay? It's all about what you can accomplish through movement. So find different ways in your flow to move at every point that your fingers, arms, and body can move. You need to find a way to pivot that. And the flow kind of flows about more than just your ability to flow. It's more like, what are you using to accomplish this? Perspective, doubling the amount of moves that you have just based off of how close and how far away you are, Everything to do with the different schools of gloving, okay? I think of finger rolls as kind of its own school. I think about, tutting, with the, I'm already messing it up, but that's beside the point. Shaping, alright? Shaping is important, and I think, the basic figure eight, that a lot of people do is kind of that same school, because then you got flails, and you got all kinds of different stuff to play into shaping. And shaping, to me, is its own school that people rarely focus on. And, I guess others would be digits, where you have different fingers come in, and, the whole time you're just, tearing it up with different, by just knowing your finger placement. Digits is, they're pretty sick looking.